Do you know who you are? Do you feel lost in a crowd? Then get found.
A second sign of lostness may be called worthlessness. Worthlessness translates into no value. The people you care for, the people you care about. Your spouse does not value you. Your children do not value you. Your parents do not respect you. And so you attempt to pursue image through advanced degrees, through business success, through sexual conquest, to more possessions. Many of you are aware that recently the brother of the Sultan of Brunei ran through $15 billion worth of money on sundry and important matters to him. And now they're being sold in auctions and real estate sales and in public garage sales. The pursuit of image does not give you worth. Worthlessness translates to no respect. If you believe that you're of no value, you are lost. Image is not the same as worth. A third sign of lostness may be termed aloneness. Not loneliness, but aloneness. When I'm traveling away from my family, I am lonely. But that does not mean I'm alone. You can feel alone in the middle of 100 people, into 1,000 people, in a stadium filled with thousands of people. Because aloneness comes from the inside, asking the question, who really am I? Who are all these people around me? Philosophers, we call it cosmic alienation or existential abandonment, where you feel left alone by the one who should really care for you the most. You sensed that you're abandoned by God. A German author speaks about a 14-year-old boy who kills his father. That night, he's in jail, and the jail warden hears him crying, "I want my father back. I want my father back." That is aloneness, where you don't sense that you belong. Those are some of the signs of lostness. Restlessness, no peace. Worthlessness, no respect. Aloneness, which gives you no hope. If you sense that you connect on the inside with any one of those signs of lostness, I've got great news for you, because you're about to get found. I'm not here to ask you to get lost. I'm here to invite you to get found. The Lord Jesus tells a story, a parable, of a man who had 100 sheep. At the end of the day, he comes to find out that only 99 of his sheep have returned to the fold. One is lost. And so he takes off that evening into the dark and the danger of night in order to rescue that one lost sheep. When he finds it, he puts it on his shoulder and rejoices, calls his friends and says, "The one sheep that was lost has been found." In the same way, I want to bring that story to your alert, because that parable may exactly reflect your situation. It has two sides to it. We call it affectionately the lost and found department of God, because you probably are in God's lost department. I want you to get found. The hide and seek that God plays so you can be found. The parable of the Lord Jesus really divides into two. One lost sheep. The shepherd goes to find it. And one found sheep. The shepherd rejoices and throws a heaven of a party. First of all, the one lost sheep. The shepherd comes in at the end of the day after having taken care of his sheep, fed them, given them pasture and cold water, sustained them through the day, brings them back, and intuitively knows that one sheep is missing. Now, this is a little different from the Texan farmer who had a huge ranch and said to an IT engineer who had just lost his job, "Would you join me in my farm? You seem to be very, very capable and able as an accountant." He says to the Indian young man, "I have a farm. Get up in the morning. You drive all day to the ranch. And at evening time, we have not yet come to the end of the ranch." And the Indian young man said, "You know, in my homeland, We too have cars like that. So the Texan farmer, rancher, takes the young man on his plane and says, you see all that sheep down there? I want you to count the number of sheep I have because you claim to be a fast-counting statistician. The Indian engineer looks out the window for about 30 seconds, counts the sheep and says, you have 3,739 sheep, sir. The Texan rancher is surprised because that's exactly the number of sheep he has. How did you do it so fast? Well, the Indian capable IT engineer says, that was simple. All I did was count the feet and divide by 4. Now, that's not how the shepherd knew his sheep was missing. He intuitively knew it. He came and left it with someone that was able to take care and then takes off after that one sheep that is lost.